No matter how you travel, it's good to have a plan. Some people plan every minute. No sleep, bus, museum, another museum. While others only plan to take it day by day. When it comes to your finances, a plan is just as important. You can count on Credit Karma to give you the insights you need to understand your options so you can take charge of your financial path and find your way to money. Explore how you can make financial progress with confidence today. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to When Reality Hits.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
We had an amazing weekend. It was Super Bowl weekend, which I'm sure everybody had a great time, but we were at the bar, and it was definitely the busiest day we've ever had so far.
Yeah. Super busy weekend. Just to back it up even further, I started off in Vegas, then decided to leave Vegas. I think my lawyer and I were the only ones leaving Vegas, and we had to make it back to the Super Bowl on Super Bowl Sunday, which was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Packed bar. Everybody and anybody I felt was at our bar. I felt really cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. What did you think about everything? Did you even watch the game? I feel like you were running around busting tables the whole time.
I know. So every time I'm there at the bar, I feel like it's just me to go and start helping the waitresses and the waiters out. I'm just so proud of my bar, and I'm proud of our staff, and they're so stressed out, and I just wanted to make sure that I'm there every time. I don't mind helping them out. I thought our bar did really, really well. We had a lot of cool people there. It was just buzzing. It was buzzing. But yes, I can't sit still, and I need to work.
Not me. I just sit there and enjoy everything.
Yeah, you enjoy it.
I love my Casamigos tequila shots.
I just go around to different tables, making sure everybody's happy. I feel like I'm a host when I'm there.
Oh my gosh. Well, the halftime show was absolutely awesome. I am the biggest Usher fan, so I was looking forward to that so much. Did you even watch it?
I couldn't tell you who won the game. I couldn't tell you. I didn't watch any of the halftime show. I paid zero attention, but I did win some bets. I won a square for $100, and I won the color of the Gatorade for $1,000.
What color was the Gatorade?
It was purple. It was purple, and this is the third.
And that is a very rare, color of Gatorade, I feel like.
These are called prop bets. So these are the fun bets you do. Like, for people who don't really care about football as much as me, I'm not really big into it. But you know what I'm big into? The fun bets. Who's going to score first? Who's going to score first? The coin toss. I lost that one. I didn't bet on who's going to score first. I did bet on Kelsey getting 2 touchdowns. I lost that. But my big one was the color of the Gatorade. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, at the end of the game, they always dump the Gatorade on the winning coach. So this was my third year.
Who wouldn't know what we're talking about?
So I'm just kind of filling everybody in. For those of you who don't know.
I probably know more about football than you do.
100%. 100%. I'm a big hockey guy. I follow hockey. But no, I really didn't get into the Super Bowl. Because my Detroit Lions didn't make it this year.
They got far, though.
They got real far. They could have, if they would have won, they would have been the Super Bowl. And B, I just feel that the NFL has gotten a little scripted.
Oh, my God. We're not getting into this. I think that Taylor Swift definitely got a lot of people to watch that game.
It definitely was. I feel like it was Taylor Swift versus Usher, not Kansas City versus the 49ers.
Oh, my gosh. Usher was awesome. It's been so crazy, though, because, Alicia Keys came on, and they did My Boo, about. So
that was another bet I had.
So they were singing and doing their show. I mean, they're putting on a show for everybody, but people made such a big deal about it because Alicia Keys is married, and we're trying to act like that they were too lovey-dovey and stuff on stage. I'm like, they're putting on a show. It's a song called My Boo. And he hugged her from behind. It was so good. I don't know why people get so butthurt over such little things.
Was the fans or the ones that butthurt, or did her husband?
No, her husband did a post and took up for her, was like, you guys are focusing on the wrong thing. Did you not see that beautiful dress that went all the way across the stage? He was like, they did awesome. That song is awesome. He did a whole post taking up for it because so many people were acting crazy about it on social media.
So if they don't care, nobody else should care.
I know. It's like they were putting on a show.
Jax, real quick, if say Brittany is up there performing with Usher, and he
shit.
I would die.
and you see some similar kind of behavior, what's your reaction to that, sir?
I mean, it's part of the show. It's what you got to do. I'm sure. They're performers. This is what they do for a living. So.
I mean, think about actors. They make out with people and have sex scenes in movies.
Yeah, but then sometimes after they're divorced, they get divorced, and then they end up stating the other person.
Would you let me dance with Usher?
I mean, I think so. I think I'm pretty comfortable in my marriage where, Yeah, I think I would.
Hey, I would love for him to dance and sing, hey, hey, hey,
So,
daddy.
All right, to get back.
I love Usher.
Just to another one of my prop bets. I did bet on Usher's first song because I thought it was going to be, hey, was it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I lost because it was.
I thought it was, yeah.
They closed with yeah.
They
Oh,
closed with yeah. So I lost that one. I only bet $20 on that one. So I did lost that. But so, yeah, those are the fun bets. That's what I like doing. So, yeah, the halftime show, because Alicia Keys came out, right? Who else?
Ludacris. And Lil Jon.
Little John.
I loved it.
I missed the whole thing.
I love Ludacris, though. Remember whenever we saw Ludacris in Vegas, we didn't even know that we were going to a Ludacris show?
Oh, my gosh.
Remember?
Yeah.
It's a random event. We had, like, front row. It was the best night ever.
Front row at the Mandalay Bay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. It was really, really cool. Had a great time. So just to back it up a little bit before that, I went to Vegas. I was invited to this thing called Powerslap. Now, for those of you who don't know what it is a branch of the UFC that Dana White started, and it's basically you're standing up on stage facing another guy or girl, and you got your hands behind your back, and you're holding on to a noodle, like think of a noodle from in your pool, and you got to let somebody hit you. Now, mind you,
Slap you.
These are, that's actually slap you. So. Mind you, these are just like fighters. These are some scary people, and they're allowing you to hit them in the face.
I mean, the women have like huge muscles that do
the
it.
women are huge. I mean, they're all like they're scary
They're fighters,
individuals. They're fighters.
Yeah.
So, and they get to slap you across the face. Now, I've watched this on TikTok and all this other stuff, and I was just in awe. So how I got invited was I was traveling, and I saw this, and I hit up Powerslap, and I'm like, what is this? I'm intrigued. And then the next thing you know, they invited myself and my friend. We went out there, and they treated us like with the nines. I mean, I was sitting next to Tom Brady.
Did you talk to Tom Brady?
No, I didn't talk to Tom Brady.
Why didn't you say hi if you were sitting next to him?
Because they sat down, they put their stuff on, and everybody was walking around. But our chairs were all lined up. I think my buddy Bob Menry was there. A lot of YouTubers and TikTokers that I didn't know when I was there.
Did you meet anybody new?
I did. I met a lot of people, but I couldn't tell you who they are. If you were there, you would have known everybody.
Well, those power slappers are crazy because, they like fall and have seizures and everything. It's scary.
If you miss, I put money on it. Like, mind you, this has only been 6 events. So there's not like, oh, that guy's awesome. There's only been 6 events so far. But I bet on the females. There's 2 females just because I thought it'd be more interesting. And that's how I got hooked on this. I was watching Brittany. She's absolutely incredible.
I am.
And she was facing this fighter this time. She was actually facing a UFC fighter. And I think I put $100 on Brittany. And what happened was you can't leave your feet when you're slapping. You have to keep both feet on the ground. You can't lift your heels, and you can't flinch. The other person can't go like that, or they get to redo it. Okay.
Wait, what? You can't flinch?
You cannot flinch. And if you miss this face, you miss right here. If you hit right here, you hit an artery, and you pass out automatically. So if you miss...
You saw somebody pass out, didn't you?
Yeah, people pass out. People have convulsions. People go right into seizures. Watch my Instagram.
How many times did they hit each other?
3 times.
So they go back and forth, like, I hit you, then you hit me, then I hit you, then you hit me, then I hit you.
And then they go on points. So if you flinched or if you clubbing is if you have your hand a little bit closed. That means you're going to hit the temple or underneath. Anyway, look it up on Instagram. It's at Powerslap.
Well, my sister actually used to send me videos from Powerslap forever ago because there was one time that this guy's face got stuck to the side.
Yeah.
And it stayed like that.
The best part of Powerslap is watching the slow motion retake. The whole jaw and their faces move to the side and come back, and you're just kind of like...
Well, this guy's didn't come back. It was stuck like that for a good minute.
Oh,
it was insane. You gotta look that up.
And they don't tell you how much they're winning. They will not talk about the winnings or whatever. So I don't know how much, and it's a genius move by Dana White. What he does is he takes care of everybody's hotel accommodations, everything at the hotel, the food and everything, but he brings everybody in. And then he gets all these influencers, and they're all promoting it. Now, this was a genius time to do it because everybody was in town for the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So therefore, he didn't have to pay for everybody's hotel. Everybody was already in town. And it was just a genius marketing move.
Good way to get the word out about power slapping.
And then they go, hey, Jax, we can't wait to have you at the next one. And I'm like, yeah. Then I see the date, and it's my son's birthday.
Yep. No, we're not doing that.
So
Jax was trying to convince me to go to a freaking power slap on my son's birthday. I was like, absolutely not.
My goal was to bring the family to Vegas. We do a fun family day all day. Then when my kid goes to bed at 8 o'clock, we have the nanny come in, we go down to power slap, and then we come back up to the room.
But his birthday party is scheduled for the very next day.
I know, you're right. It's
I
okay.
can't believe he's going to be 3.
I can't believe this. Guys, we had a really, we're starting to get to that tough situation now where our son's starting to know where he is. So we dropped him off at school.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, he knows that he's going to school.
Yeah, he knows that he's going to school, yeah.
So we're getting a little bit of resistance, a little bit of crying. It's not like where we dropped him off in the beginning and he took off. Now he's holding on to mom.
Yes.
And where are you going,
breaking
Mom?
my heart. Breaking my little heart.
It was tough to get here today. We had to run. We ran a little late, but that's because little Cruzy, he's starting to understand things now. So. Yeah. So other than that, anyway, Vegas. Going back to Vegas, it was a lot of fun. Met a lot of cool celebrities. Then I'm mad
that you didn't talk to Tom Brady.
Tom Brady was like the least of the celebrities. Like he was the lowest one on the totem pole.
Okay, the Dunkin' commercial.
Charles Barkley was it?
Listen,
I ran into Charles Barkley.
The Dunkin' commercial that Tom Brady did with Ben Affleck, and Matt Damon and J Lo.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, Dunkin' put some serious coin into that commercial.
They did.
So did.
But it was very effective. Those track suits. They were selling the track suits and the hats, and they sold out in like 5 minutes.
Of course they did.
Because everybody went and bought them.
Of course.
But I watched that commercial over and over. I thought it was hilarious.
Of course. Yeah. Anyway, for those of you who don't know what it is, look it up on Instagram, @Powerslap. It was amazing. The amount of celebrities there, it was just like, what, and just bumping shoulders with people. And by the way, you can't go to this event. It is not open to the public. They will not allow anybody to buy tickets. It's sponsors and invite only. I don't know when they're going to start selling tickets to the public, but as of right now, you can just watch it on TikTok.
Can a normal person do it? Like, I would love for you to do it.
No. Why would you love Fry to do it?
What, can I power slap you?
No, it's not. She wants me to do it. What I think they should do is a Bravo one.
No, you know what Jack said whenever he came home? He goes, you know who would be really good at this? Kristen Doty. I was like, what? Why would Kristen Doty be good at power slap?
I feel like she would be good at it, man. She could take a beating. I feel like she could take a beating.
I mean, Stassi did slap her in the face before, and it didn't look like it flinched her, or it didn't look like she flinched very much.
No, I went over to I went over to the marketing people and the PR people. I go, what if you guys did a Bravo version of this? I mean,
who would you want to slap?
I don't know. I have to think about that.
Who would I want to slap?
Who would you draft on your team for power slap?
Probably Brock. It's all about the weight. Like, everybody else on our show's fucking pussies. So, excuse my language, but like they're not going to be able to take a hit. So, if
it was girls, I would definitely do Kristen for sure.
Yeah, I would I would take Kristen for sure.
And like Nene Leakes.
For sure. You want the heavy hitters, man. You do. You want you know.
Who else would you have for the guys?
I don't know. Who else? I think.
What about Melissa Gorga's husband? He seems like he's tough.
I would take some of the Jersey guys, some of the Jersey housewife husbands.
Yeah, Stacey just called that out. Joe Gorga.
Yeah. Stacey, you're right. Yeah, I would take that. But I feel like it could go the celebrity route some way because they do it for boxing. They do celebrity boxing. Why wouldn't they do celebrity?
Oh, my God, Jax, please go do it.
Why do you want me to do it so bad? It's just my wife wants me to get hurt.
I don't want you to get hurt. I mean, it's slapping. But I just think it'd be hilarious. What happens to
these people? They fall on the floor and have seizures.
Well, hopefully they wouldn't hit your artery.
Can't you get poked in the eye, too?
Yeah, a lot of things can happen. It's pretty insane.
Do they put, like, chalk on their hands?
Yes.
They do?
Yeah. They put chalk on their hands. They scream at each other. There's a hype-up coach where he goes, let's go, come on. And they get in there. You got to psych yourself up. Mind you, you're getting slapped in the face by somebody that's a lot bigger than you. Anyway, all right, enough of this.
That is hilarious.
Do you know how big the audience is for one of these events?
I mean, again, right now it's sponsors are allowed there and VIP guests, meaning YouTubers,
all people to promote.
Any people to promote.
But it's on TV, right?
It is on Rumble, which is UFC's new network. That's Dana's new.
Well, my sister's been sending me videos from that for a long time, so
Yeah,
I knew
Rumble.
exactly what it was even before you did, I think.
And another shout out. I know Dana White's probably never going to listen to this, but thank you so much for taking care of. I mean, we had a beautiful suite at the Durango Hotel. They hooked us up with a full liquor bar and food and drinks and complimentary this, and they escorted me around the whole hotel. I honestly felt like I was an A-list celebrity, and I was beyond bottom of the totem pole there, beyond. So they treated me just as good. I feel like just as well as anybody else, and I just felt so humbled. And I just want to say thank you out there to the Powerslap team for having me. I can't wait to come back.
You are just like on one with that Powerslap.
I know.
Speaking of today, whenever we took Cruz to school, it was so cute because I had to make little Valentines for his whole classroom, and I just loved it. Like, it's such a mom thing, and I just loved it. The cutest little Valentines. I feel like Tom is just flying.
Me to get slapped. I'm still thinking about the fact that you still want me to get slapped. But again, go ahead.
I mean, we've been together for 9 years, so.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I don't want you to ever get hurt. You know that. But Valentine's Day.
Yeah. What are we doing?
What are you going to do for me?
I have it planned. I can't tell you about what's going on right now. Well, I did tell you where we're going. We're doing a somewhat early dinner because the way I have it planned and where we're going. Can I say where? Yeah, where I can say where we're going. Yeah. We're going to Joffrey's, which is a place that is in Malibu.
Do you actually say it like Joffrey's?
Yeah, you're supposed to say Joffrey's.
Joffrey's.
Yeah, I know. Technically, I would just say Jeffrey's.
Yeah.
But it's Joffrey's if you're fancy. And tomorrow I'm fancy. So Brittany likes to be eating on the water. Her favorite place is Moon Shadows, but we do Moon Shadows for Easter and Mother's Day. So I did want to do something on the water. We've done Gladstone's. We've done a couple other places. Joffrey's is kind of like, it's just a beautiful steakhouse, and the way it's on the rocks and it's just the way it's located. It's such a beautiful scenery. And I set up our dinner for around 4:35, which is right when the sunset, I think, is around coming. So it'll be beautiful. And
Cruz is coming.
With it. It's a sit-down dinner, so it's like a certain menu and everything. But it's I've never been there, and I know Brittany hasn't been there. And people say this place is beautiful. It's been there a long time, so we're excited. We're going to Joffrey's.
Are you going to do anything romantic for me?
Yeah, I got something set up.
You do?
I do. I got some stuff set up. I got some.
What? Jax never does anything romantic.
Well,
so I'm really excited to see what this is going to be like.
Yeah, I just thought the fact that we're going a little earlier, so we'll be home at a decent time. We're not doing like late at night. We're doing kind of somewhat like a brunch, so it'll be nice. And like I said, we'll be able to see the sunset. It won't be too dark.
What's the most romantic thing that we have done, you think?
Oh, yeah.
Can you think of anything?
I think in the beginning we used to do a lot of fun stuff together.
Oh, I know what my favorite thing that we ever did was.
What?
For my birthday when we were in Mexico, Puerto Vallarta, we rented like a small yacht for the day, and it just had like a chef and a captain, and it was just Jax and I, and we followed the whales. The whales were migrating.
It just so happened that the whales were migrating in Mexico, and it was just us on the boat.
Amazing.
And the humpbacks were coming right up to the boat, and everything was really, really cool.
That was like the best day.
Man, that was the best hotel we've ever been. We had a really nice vacation.
Yeah.
Hotel.
That was like my 30th birthday or
30th
something.
birthday.
Yeah.
It's by far the number one hotel that I've ever stayed in my life. I stayed at many hotels.
Mosai.
Hotel Mosai.
Yeah, awesome.
Not a plug.
We actually filmed there for Vanderpump Rules, and we loved it so much that we went back like two times after we filmed.
Now, I hate all-inclusive hotels. Do not like them whatsoever because they're done cheaply. They're watered down. The food's never good. You get a lot of riffraff. But this one was I mean,
amazing.
The best hotel I've ever stayed at.
And like everyone knows your name. Like all the employees are so nice.
It doesn't matter who they are. They knew our name, and they were just so nice.
It makes a difference whenever, customer service goes a long way.
It really does. It really, really does.
Okay, well, I'm excited for Valentine's Day.
Tomorrow is going to be a fun day, especially, with our whole family. We decided to bring Cruz along with us. And then I'm taking off to Montreal. And I'm going with Tom to go to this bar club called Pangea. Tom just left today, actually. He's going to Toronto. And I'm going to meet him there on Friday. So that's going to be our week.
Schwartz and Jax take Canada.
Here we go, back again. We went to Montreal a few years back, and now we're making a comeback. You know what? I have a random question. And this is off topic. With DoorDash and Postmates and all that stuff. And do you have your picture on your... Like, can people see your picture?
I don't think so.
I realized my picture is on my profile for DoorDash.
I don't use DoorDash. I use Uber Eats.
Or Postmates.
I don't use Postmates either. I use Uber Eats.
Okay. Well,
Mainly.
sometimes some restaurants do others. And
Oh, yeah. Like there's certain ones that I have had to use DoorDash because
Right.
they don't use it for Uber Eats.
have you had a awkward or any kind of a weird encounter with any kind of, I'll even take it as far as Uber. Have you had a weird encounter with anybody yet who recognized you or said anything?
I feel like one person did recognize me and they just were really, really nice. And it wasn't like anything weird.
Yeah.
The other day, I had a Saucy order. You know, Saucy is like where they deliver liquor.
I always think you're saying Stassi when you say that. Yeah.
Saucy.
Yeah.
It's a liquor delivery service.
Right.
And this man was just so nice. He was just talking to me. And of course, he was like, "Where are you from?" with your accent. You know, that's the first question I get. And I was like, "Kentucky." And he's like, "My family's from Kentucky." And we were just sitting there talking about Kentucky for a while. And then he was just like so kind. And at the end, he was like, "Stay true to yourself. Stay Kentucky." And I was like, "Thanks."
I know. I really love the older guys. I over-tip with those guys because sometimes you'll get some guys that are like, you can tell they're senior citizens, you know, and they're doing this. And it's a lot of work for them. And I'm always so nice to them. But yeah, I haven't had any crazy encounters. I've had a couple people when they come up to my house saying, "I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan." And it's always when I'm in my sweats or looking like a piece of shit, you know? And it's always like, yeah, it'll be a female like, "I'm a fan." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
Well, that man that was talking to me, that was so nice to me. I had my hair in like 3 braids because I was trying to have crimped hair. So I braided it wet and I had like 3 separate braids like popping out of my head. So I definitely looked really crazy that day. But he was so nice to me.
Do you feel like there's like a black web or a dark web of like Uber drivers that are in like, they can like, they're going to do a tell-all book one day, or they're like, or they've had like some kind of crime. I feel like we're in the, there's going to be some true crime with DoorDash.
Well, there has been Uber stories that have been horrible that have been on true crime shows.
Okay, so we've gone Uber true crime, but we haven't gone like the DoorDash ones yet of like people doing weird shit to your food.
Don't scare me. I order things every single day.
Do you think people do weird shit to your food?
I mean, now the bags are like closed and they have like they're taped down now. They don't open them anymore. So the stores put it together. I think like back in the day, they didn't used to do that. But now every single time I get something, it's either stapled or taped down.
I mean, I feel like we're just in a full-time gig economy.
Well, it's like crazy because, you know, your parents always said like, don't ever ride in a car with strangers and don't talk to people you meet on the internet. And now we're like literally on our phones ordering rides from strangers from the internet.
I'm sorry I tapped into that weird topic. I just thought I guess we should get into what everybody wants to know. Vanderpump Rules. What is going on the show? Now, we're doing watch parties at Jax's. I don't know if you guys know this. We do this every Tuesday. We do watch parties. I have watched...
So we have a watch party tonight.
We have a watch party tonight. I forgot about that. I have a watch party tonight at Jax's. That's right. My God, I forgot about that. So anyway, I kind of remember a little bit of the first episode.
The first episode I got to see, we were like 30 minutes behind or something at our bar for some reason.
Yep.
So I missed like the whole beginning intro, but I do know that they gave our podcast a shout out. Hey. Which is so funny because like Sandoval telling Schwartz that he was so betrayed because of what Schwartz said on our podcast. I was like,
I hate how he said
gosh, betrayed?
Like, you betrayed me, mother effer. Like,
yeah, and you betrayed Ariana and your best friends. Like, and you're going to say that he was betrayed over our podcast.
And I also saw that, I don't know if you watched this it just sticks out in my head. So Tom Sandoval decided to have a birthday party at his house, and he had his assistant tell Ariana, Tom would like to have a birthday party at his home. He also would like to invite you. Did you see that?
No, I didn't know that he was inviting her.
Oh, yeah. But... He's like, but if you do not like to go, he's going to pay for your hotel room. And she's like, absolutely not. Absolutely. If he wants to have a party, he can have it somewhere else. Now, mind you, what people don't know, and this is a fact, Tom pays the mortgage there. He pays the mortgage 100%.
Yeah, but I'm sure, put down a deposit.
Yeah.
Just like me and you.
Right, but he pays the mortgage.
So I paid for a lot of my house as well, and I pay for all the bills. So I'm sure they'd kind of have it worked out something like that as well.
No. And it's known. It's a fact. Tom pays for all the bills and the mortgage.
Yeah, but she was saying that they have a joint account that they put things into that the bill money comes out of. I saw her talk about it on the after show. So don't be starting.
I'm not starting. I'm just going off of what he said. So why? I mean,
yeah.
And what?
I saw them talk about it on the after show because I get tagged in every single clip. right now of Vanderpump Rules.
Okay.
I'm like, this is not the Valley, but okay.
By the way, did you see him on, I guess he went on Nick Vile's podcast.
Oh my gosh.
So
him and
my
Schwartz.
manager called me up. He said,
Yeah,
I don't
that
know
was
why
bad.
he did that.
That was
I
bad.
didn't told him not to do that. He not only was he in a half 45 minutes late, he came in wasted.
Yeah.
And I felt so bad for Schwartz because I saw
He
some
said
tidbits.
something weird like, I would never cheat like that again. It's like, what? Like, what do you mean I would never cheat like that again? Like, how about you just don't cheat?
Yeah,
At all.
And I guess the big thing for me that stuck out in my head is how is Ariana taking the fact that at the end of last week's episode, Lala called Raquel
That was the first episode.
first. Okay, and says, hey, kind of extending the olive branch, saying, I know what it's like after going. So you know where my head's going? My head's going is like, we need to make some drama here.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
So let's have Lala call Raquel.
Yeah, that's exactly what
seemed
happened.
A tad bit scripted.
That's exactly what happened.
Tad bit
And you
scripted.
know, like, Lala's down to do whatever.
I know. She'll do whatever.
She's the best.
So I personally don't think she was like, I'm bored. I think I'm going to call Raquel. I think somebody on the other side said, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and give her a call? We need to spice things up a little bit.
It's kind of weird that she just, that, you know, this was so huge and took
Right.
over, and then she's just not on the show at all. So I'm sure they wanted to have like some little intro to it, but nothing ever came from it anyway. So.
Yeah, I think
But I
she's-
just love Lala. She is hilarious.
She is. And I want to know, like, did she have a confrontation with Ariana now?
Well, they talked about it after on the show.
And what happened?
I don't really remember.
No?
No, I mean, I think they're all fine now, obviously. You know, that was filmed a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just curious.
Lala went to her show, Ariana's show in Chicago on Broadway.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Very cool.
She's like all over the billboards and everything. It's insane.
just for getting cheated on.
Oh, whatever. She actually is talented. Like she did good.
I'm not saying she's not talented.
Yeah.
She's
she
of
did
course
so
she's
good on
talented.
Dancing with the Stars.
But she would have never gotten any of this if this wouldn't have This wouldn't have happened. None of this would have happened.
Well, I mean, we got the Valley going probably
Yes, we
because of
did.
it too.
Yes,
so.
I also want to just thank you for this happening because the Valley got pushed a lot faster than it should have.
Which I'm so excited. So I guess you're going to be on episode 8 of Vanderpump Rules. I think that's it because Alex Baskin announced that our show is going to be airing on the same night of episode 8.
I filmed
of
a handful
Vanderpump
of
Rules.
times.
But the very first one is going to be episode 8.
Okay, episode. Yeah, okay. So
and then I guess the Valley is going to be leading right after that.
yeah, so you guys know. So that's episode 8 it'll be my first episode. We are going on episode
Vanderpump.
3. So yes, I am making my comeback.
Every week that another Vanderpump Rules episode comes out is just making me more and more nervous because that means we're closer to the Valley coming out.
I know we're coming really close, and we're not done filming yet.
Well, we're done filming, but we're just doing our confessionals and interview bites.
That's still got a camera in front of my face. I'm filming until filming is. There's a camera in front of my face. We're filming.
Yeah, I love it though.
Yeah, we're still doing it. We're having a great time with it. It's a lot of fun.
We're glad to be back. That's for sure.
Yeah. Like I said, 2 years in the making on this show. I'm just super proud of it. I'm super proud of everybody on the show. I think
it's going to be awesome that people are going to get to see like our family life.
Yeah.
Because the last time we were on TV was our wedding.
Yeah.
So that's been over 4 years now.
Yeah.
And
I got to
now
dust the cobwebs off a little bit.
And now we have a son.
And now we have a son.
And it's just like a whole different life.
Well, and I'm married.
I mean, we still have lots of drama. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
The Valley is going to be filled with drama. I mean, Kristen just goes crazy.
I honestly, when I started this show, the whole reason why I did this, I was like, listen, I'm excited about. I really want to come back to TV, but I don't want to go down that Vanderpump route. What if we do something like this? And I was like, it's going to be a little less drama. And I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, right.
I almost think it's more drama than there was on Vanderpump. And I'm watching these Vanderpump. I'm like, this is not much going on.
You and Kristen are still on the show, so think about that.
It's almost like we didn't skip a beat. And
No.
Kristen sure as hell didn't skip a beat. Let me
And
tell you.
our new cast members, they bring it too.
Oh, shout out to my new cast members, by the way. Going into this, a lot of these people have never done reality TV before, and they knocked it out of the park. I
Yes.
love each and every one of them. They did such a great job. They brought it. They had a lot of fun.
Yep.
So I'm excited for them, probably more than
I'm
us.
excited for them too because they're entering a whole new world now.
Yeah.
Because I remember, my life just took off
Right.
after I, got on the show, and it's just such a crazy experience.
And so much has happened
Since we
started
yeah.
filming. Like,
No, since we stopped filming.
I cannot believe the cameras aren't still going, to be honest,
Well,
because there's a lot going on.
Season 2, baby.
Season 2.
I'm already getting ready.
I know it's going to be. Oof.
Our reunion. is going to be crazy. I do know that.
There's probably going to have some security there. There's probably going to have some security
but
there.
we are still parents, so there's amazing moments and a lot of family moments, and it's just going to be overall very relatable. And I think that's what's going to be so amazing about the cast, and that we are all real friends. Nobody was casted.
Yep.
You know,
Again, I have the same formula. I want to make sure I make that very clear. We have the same formula as Vanderpump Rules. Everybody on our show is already friends.
Yeah.
Nobody was brought in.
and even the people on Vanderpump Rules know all of our cast members because we're all friends with each other. So it's like everybody knows everybody. So that's why like crossovers and things are so easy to happen.
Oh my gosh, this is another thing. This is like the third or fourth time I've heard this in the last, I don't know, 4 months. But kids nowadays at turning 16. Now, when you turn 16, what was your favorite thing to do? You get your driver's license. Now, for me, when I turned 15, I got my permit. I was counting down the day. I almost had like an event calendar, like at Christmas time, before I got my driver's license. Now nobody wants to get their driver's license anymore.
Oh my gosh!
Nobody.
I wanted so you got your permit first for like 6 months, and then you got your license at 6 months.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks before I was ready to get my license, my mom had just bought a brand new 350Z convertible, and I took my friend out joyriding around the neighborhood. I pulled back into my house and I hit the gas instead of the brake, and I drove through my house.
I know this story very well. She drove through her house.
I absolutely drove through my house, and it was where my bedroom was. So my bed got pushed all the way up to my closet. I couldn't open the door because my dresser was right there. Thank God my dog wasn't in my room at the time. I thought about that all the time. Luckily, my boyfriend at the time's dad was a cop, so he took the
police report.
The police report for me, and my mom said that she was with me in the car. That's probably bad. I don't know if I can say that, but it was a long time ago.
But do you imagine, I
would have had to have waited like a whole year to get my license. My mom she grounded me, I guess, by not letting me get my license for an extra 2 weeks. I was so sad.
My God.
But I mean, there was like very minimal damage to the car. Like there was a couple scratches, and then the convertible top like had a tear in it, so they had to replace the convertible top. But there was like no dents or anything.
Well, you didn't have a brick house, right?
No, it was just like siding,
right.
But we had an air conditioning thing in the mirror or in the window. So whenever we went through it, my friend Bethany was in the car with me. We were trying for like 20 minutes to get the convertible top down. Thank God we did not get it down, because that air conditioning unit that air conditioning unit would have went right on our heads. Wow. We could have got like really hurt.
Yeah.
But we could not get the convertible top down. So that was just God looking out for me.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, when Cruz is of age, he's going to be driving. My same thing with my parents. They did with me. He's going to be driving a year with me first before he drives by himself.
Oh, I can't even think about him driving. That terrifies me.
Do you think, I mean, I know it's far away, but like, what's it going to be like when he's 16? Is he going to want it? Like right now, nobody wants their driver's license. It's it's a piece of freedom.
Maybe that's just LA people, because people are so bougie here.
Is it weird? Have you heard of that? Steve, have you heard of that? People just not wanting to get their driver's license at 16.
I've kind of heard that too, though.
Like, there's no excitement about it.
I think in Kentucky, people are still excited to get their license.
Because it's like, oh my God, I can finally get some freedom. I can finally go somewhere.
Yeah, but now the escapism is on your phone now. You don't have to physically go out and go to the mall or the drive-through movie theater or whatever.
That's so sad too, though.
But
that people are on their phones so much and not enjoying life.
It's getting worse. Now these AI things, you see the AI or is that what the Apple glasses?
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
Oh my gosh, people are
AI
going like this now, and it's getting to the like.
Remember, you're doing a podcast. You can't see your hand movements.
People are pointing, and it's like they're just moving their hands around, and
they're using it while they're driving too.
Oh my God, it's
like that can't be safe to use that while you're driving.
Yeah, I mean, people are using it driving their Teslas now. It's pretty wild.
We're getting to that movie like WALL-E. You remember WALL-E?
Mm-hmm. Are we gonna have flying cars soon, and everybody's gonna be overweight?
Well, we're supposed. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. Anyway, just the other gossip.
Technology is taking over. Here's a question from Katie Ferg 813. How did Cruz react to all the cameras when you started filming the Valley?
We have pictures of it. He loved it.
Yes, he wanted to look at the screens on the cameras, of course.
So we have this place called Video Village. This is basically where the cameras and all the crew and everybody they post up in the house, and then the camera guys kind of go around the house. He hung out in Video Village and would be watching all the screens. He squat down and it was the cutest thing ever.
And the camera guys and girls are so awesome because they'll let him look at stuff and play with stuff, and it was just so cute. But
he loved it.
I will say his very first day filming with us, he was crying, and Cruz is such a good kid. He doesn't really throw tantrums or cry that much, but we were doing a get ready scene, brushing our teeth and stuff, and he was just having the worst day. I think he was a little overwhelmed at first, but then he got used to it, and I think with all the people in our house and stuff was a little bit of an adjustment, but he ended up loving it over time and loving the cameras.
Yeah, they have a lot of rules with kids and filming and stuff like that, so he'd only film 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, but yeah, he really, really enjoyed it, had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
What else you got on there?
It's super cute. Okay, let's do another. Okay, this is another Cruz question. This is from Michelle Korb Insta. Who does Cruz look like the most when you were his age?
Who are people saying that he looks like now?
No, who do we think he looks the most like? Whenever I was his age, whenever I was 2, almost 3, or whenever you were 2, almost 3.
I really think he looks like your nephew a lot right now, Luke.
He looks so much like my nephew Luke. There's a photo of Luke whenever he was around the same age, and they look exactly alike, except for Cruz has blue eyes and Luke had brown eyes.
Yeah, he goes through changes so fast.
I think he looks more like me.
I think his eyes. He's got your eyes.
He's got my eyes, but your eye color.
Eye shape. He's got
my
your
eye shape, yeah, and my nose.
He's got your nose. I think from the nose down is maybe me.
Yeah.
Definitely my jawline. Definitely my jawline.
He was born with a jawline.
I know. He's got a great bone structure. I'll tell you what.
He's such a cutie pie. Oh my God, I love him so much. Okay, this is from Lizzie Queen. What's one of the things you do to help yourself relax after a long, hard day? Watch The Office.
I'm marathoning Will and Grace right now.
I'm on Friends again. But I will say I have the Nintendo Switch, and I love playing those games. I've already beat Donkey Kong on it. I have all the old school games that were on the Super Nintendo, the gray one with the purple buttons and the remote control. So I have all the games that were ever on that Super Nintendo.
Speaking of that,
I love it. I've already beat Donkey Kong.
We should probably go this week. We still haven't been to Super Mario World. I mean, we walked through it. We walked through
random
it.
Thing.
Well, you kept saying Super Mario, and I was just thinking in my head, now that Super Mario World at Universal Studios has died down, we should probably take him. I mean, we've walked through it, but it's been always so too busy.
Yeah, we paid all that money for the little watch and everything.
And we live 8 minutes away. We got to go. Well,
yeah, I think that I like to, play those games.
And there was a while we were going every week.
And I love, you're so random. And I love baths.
Brittany does take a long bath, and I bought this really cool TV, this LG TV that you can roll around. So she'll put that by the bathtub.
I'll watch a whole movie in the bathtub, and then Jax is not allowed in there.
No, I'm not allowed in there. She'll take a long bath, and which is fine. It's great. It kind of let her get.
That's my me time.
Yeah. We all need our me time, especially when Brittany and I literally do every waking thing together, and we have the same friends. Definitely need your me time.
Hey, can I insert something in here?
Yeah.
Something maybe people find relaxing and kind of a callback to another thing that you'll understand. What about white noise machines?
Oh.
Well, we have
Cruz. I mean, Cruz had those whenever he was. Yeah, but we don't. Oh, yeah, I guess we do right use it. The net. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Brittany and I cannot sleep.
We like fans.
We have the fan going. We have the TV full blast. Well, we have 2 TVs full blast.
Yeah, okay, I have to sleep with a TV on because I grew up in a haunted house. I've said this multiple times. So if I wake up and everything is pitch black, I'm terrified. So
I just can't sleep. And if it's dead quiet, I can't sleep.
Yeah.
No way.
Me either. But we definitely do like a fan, and Cruz definitely uses a white noise machine.
Gotcha. Yeah. I only ask because I know somebody that also uses white noise machines.
Who?
Sandoval was using it. And,
yeah, he has to watch TV too. I lived with him for years. He's got to watch sci-fi and shit. Yeah, I've seen him do that.
I can't believe you guys all. I still can't believe that you guys all live together. That had to be madness.
You know how many people are telling me to do a tell-all book? That's another random thought. I know. Everyone's telling me to do this tell-all. I'm like, yeah, I might do it. Yeah, but when this is all done and when my reality thing is done, I do have a pretty ultimate tell-all book. Maybe have to.
You haven't told all already?
Well, I know, Jax. No. It's not like you keep secrets.
I'm not really good at secrets, but there's some stuff that I haven't talked about that would be very, very interesting. I think one day I'll do one. I get asked that a lot.
You do.
Yeah.
How many people told you that you should write a book for real?
At least a dozen.
Okay.
At least a dozen, which I think it's pretty interesting in the last 10 years of our lives, just the kind of the behind the scenes. People always ask, what's going on behind the scenes? And does this really work? Or does this really happen? Is this really going on? So, yeah, I like to break it down for people. I think it'd be an interesting read, for sure.
I think I could do a good one, too. All the secrets that I keep that even you don't know about.
Secrets revealed with Brittany.
Secrets revealed with Brittany. Or how to tame the beast. That's what my book would be called. How to Tame the Beast.
God, I forgot we had a watch party today.
What is your, let's see, this is from Nicolette_Marie43. What is your favorite TV show right now?
I'm really into 90s sitcoms. I've gotten through a bunch of different, I like documentaries. So anything that's a documentary,
I like true crime.
Yeah.
But I will say we loved Love on the Spectrum. That show is so sweet. Oh my God, I love it so much.
I talked about it so much with when Tom was on here.
Oh, you did?
I can't tell you how much I love that show. And I tell you what, if you're going through a rough day or a rough time, watch Love on the Spectrum and Down with Love. Both of them are so good. And I just, man, it just their
positivity,
outlook, the positivity, and the outlook these guys and girls have. It's just
amazing.
It's amazing to me how just positive they are, and it's just like. Everybody needs some of that in their life, I think, and it got me. It got me a couple times. I guess the other show before that, I watched Full Swing and the tennis, all the Netflix sports things, like Full Swing.
Oh gosh, he kept making me watch that tennis thing. I was like, is this over yet?
Yeah.
Oh my, it was like lasted forever.
I love those documentaries. And guess my Formula One is coming out soon. I can't wait for that. I love like drug documentaries. Anything I watched all the Cocaine Cowboys; those were my favorite. By the way, just to go back onto Vanderpump Rules and the Tom Sandoval's assistant asking Ariana. So his assistant is no longer his assistant, but the smartest thing that guy's ever done is making her sign an NDA. So she quit, started her own podcast called "I Signed an NDA."
She started a podcast
called I Signed an NDA.
Wow. But if she can't talk about it, what is she going to talk about on a podcast?
That's exactly what me and Ryan, who's my manager, also Tom's, were like, what is she going to start a podcast about? She signed an NDA. So, and she called it, I signed an NDA.
That's funny.
I felt so bad watching her, man.
Oh my God. Did you watch that? Too. She's between a rock and a hard place. And she's just kind of like, Tom wants to do this. And you could just see like Ariana just like shaking her head, being like, oh my God. Like, first of all, Tom saying, why do you have an assistant? You don't need an assistant. There's no reason. Okay? You just don't.
Have either of you been in that situation where you have to mediate between two people and be like,
I'm constantly the mediator between my friend groups. Always. Always, always, always. Even on the Valley, I am. On Vanderpump Rules, I was. With my friendships back home, I feel like I always try to bring people together. And it can be a little tough sometimes.
Steve, you got any gossip today? I saw some stuff on airplanes, and I love a good airplane thing.
I saw a headline about a guy who went to Africa.
Okay.
And he flew back with 2 mummified monkeys.
What?
And he intended to consume them.
He was going to eat them?
They call it bushmeat, apparently.
I'm sorry.
Is that a real thing?
All right.
It's a name for it.
Mummified monkeys?
Mummified monkeys, but specifically yes, that type of meat is called bushmeat.
So is it like cured?
Mummified.
Mummified.
Is it like when you go to a steakhouse and they have meat in the back that's been sitting for a while, but actually it ages the better it tastes kind of thing?
I'm just now becoming an expert on this.
He's like, sorry, Jax. I'm researching it. I will be an expert by next week. All right, I got a question. So obviously it was a carry-on. So how did he get through TSA with 2 mummified monkeys? Like TSA wasn't kind of like...
I think somehow it got all the way to Boston before...
Well, it was a checked bag then, huh? Yeah. It was probably checked.
So he checked it. So he didn't try to eat it on the plane.
No.
I'm reading this from AP. A U.S. Customs and Border Protection dog sniffed out something unusual in luggage from a traveler returning from Africa. Mummified monkeys. The passenger returning from a visit to the Democratic Republic of Congo reported that the luggage contained dried fish, but an inspection at Boston Logan Airport revealed dead and dehydrated bodies of 4 monkeys. The traveler said he brought the monkeys into the U.S. for his own consumption, and I don't want to read any more of this article.
Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah, that's disturbing. I mean, yes, we all know I have issues on airplanes, but no, you will never have an issue with me bringing mummified anything on a plane.
It's pretty impressive, though.
You know what? It's not as impressive as what I just heard, that a person is going to jail because he got on an airplane without a passport or a ticket. Now, first of all, my question is, how did he make it that far?
You're going to penalize a guy for being able to accomplish that?
That's another thing I said. I go, A, how do you penalize this person? And B, there is no way you got past TSA. There's no way.
No way.
No way. And
how did they do that?
Not only that, how did he get on the plane?
It had to be an employee of something.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking there's an employee, because how would you get on, like where would you know how to sit? There's so many questions. And I just want to know how, and why is it his fault? A, I don't know. B, there's C, whatever. It's Cruz's Valentine Day at school today, and I kind of want to catch the end of that. So let's go.
I know, they're all passing out little Valentines to each other. Like, how cute is that?
I know.
You're going to see how many Valentines he got?
Yeah, well, everybody had to bring everybody one for the class. I had to write to my friend, Love Cruz, on all of them. All right, we'll do one more question before we go. This is from Sam1M75. Biggest misconception about you and Jax that won't seem to go away? Answer.
I'm thinking. I mean, help me out here.
I don't know. I think that there's a lot of different things because we are reality TV people. You know, there's been a lot of different things. I think one of the biggest ones about me, a lot of people didn't know how we met, so they try to think that I came and found you out and try to do all this to get money and blah blah blah. But in reality, I was working whenever I moved here. I transferred Hooters. I had no money. Remember?
Yeah.
I think I brought $3,000 with me.
Yeah.
Had no money. And then Jax didn't even know this, but I was taking out loans, remember?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to ask you for anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And I feel like people don't really know that about me.
No.
I was a very hard worker, and I held my own in LA. Obviously I was very lucky I had you because I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Right.
But I hate that people just think that I came and was
that's
just
not the truth at all.
Yeah. No, I was taking out loans and I didn't even tell you, remember?
You didn't
Until
even know.
later on.
I don't think you even knew who I was. You had to ask Kara, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't. But I mean, obviously, she told me who you were.
Yeah.
But I think that is definitely something people just assume that about me, and that's so not me at all. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
What's something about you?
Man, I guess that I don't know. That I'm a villain. Maybe.
You were a villain for many years.
I think I was, but I think every time I meet somebody lately, they're like, "You're the nicest guy."
Because you're a lot nicer in real life.
I guess I am a lot. I think if I had $1 for every time someone says "Oh, you're so nice in real life," and you're so handsome, and that, I guess that makes me feel
You're
good.
so handsome.
You're a lot better looking in person. Or
wait, isn't that weird that people say that to you?
Does that mean?
People say that to me too. I'm like, I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or not. You're even prettier in person. What does that mean? Does that mean I don't look good on TV?
Yeah.
I don't know how to take that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just whatever. I guess that's probably the one thing. I guess
that you're nicer.
That I'm a lot nicer than what people think.
Okay.
Which I don't think I would have as many friends as I have if I was an asshole. I think I just make a lot of snap judgments.
I wouldn't have married you.
Yeah, I think I just make a lot of stupidity. But you know what? I'm a pretty funny guy. I think I'm pretty. I just make some bonehead moves. I make some bonehead moves, but who doesn't? Who doesn't? By the way,
live and learn.
Side note, I'm getting a lot of questions about this. Yes, we are serving Mama's beer cheese at Jax's.
Yes.
We have it. It's been there.
We sell it at Jax's. I get asked that all the time, too.
Yes, we sell it at Jax's. We got it down to a science now. We serve it with pretzels and vegetables. You can get your merch at our bar as well if you're looking to get our merch there. It will be back up online next week.
And fun thing, we're going to be at Comic-Con in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm so excited. So at the beginning of March, I think it's 7th through 11th.
Yes.
We're going to be in my home state of Kentucky at Comic-Con, me, Jax, Schwartz, and Kristen.
Yes, we will be there.
So come see us, my Kentucky people. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for Comic-Con. That's
I know.
going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited that all you guys are going to be there with me. too.
Yeah.
So we can like show everybody a good old Kentucky time.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of fun there. And I will be in Montreal this weekend at Pangea with Tom Schwartz. I'm pretty excited about that. And I think that's all we got today.
Well, I hope everyone has a wonderful Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Enjoy each other, love each other, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, thanks for listening to When Reality Hits with Jax and Brittany. We love y'all.
Bye for now.